For years, policymakers in British Columbia have faced the daunting challenge of how best to control prescription drug expenditures. In the 2 decades from 1985 to 2006, total drug spending in BC grew from $417 million to almost $2.7 billion, a more than 6-fold increase that outpaced inflation and growth in other areas of healthcare. By 2010, British Columbia was spending almost as much on drugs as it was on physician services. A drop in prices from the so-called patent cliff, a recent wave of patent expirations for brand-name cholesterol-lowering drugs, antihypertensives, and acid-reducing drugs, has provided some temporary relief. But with the ongoing shift from institutional to community-based care and the growing use of newer and more expensive biologic medicines, the drug cost challenge will continue. To keep spending within budgets while ensuring access to necessary medicines, policymakers will have to tackle the drivers of drug spending. Researchers have found that up to 80% of spending growth comes not from increased drug prices, but rather changes in the volume and types of drugs consumed. Controlling spending, therefore, means doing more than just addressing the economic side of drugs, but also carefully managing the clinical aspects of pharmaceutical care. Things like ensuring medication adherence, offering chronic disease management solutions, and providing preventive care. Pharmacists call this kind of clinical management cognitive pharmaceutical services. It's about using pharmacists to the fullest extent of their training and education as medication experts. And done right, it can save our province millions of dollars. As a key stakeholder in British Columbia's healthcare system, you'll soon be receiving a copy of the BC Pharmacy Association's policy paper, Facing the Future Together. We encourage you to take a look. In it, you'll find more details about our policy recommendations for using cognitive pharmaceutical services. It includes things like establishing pharmacist-physician quality circles, creating a province-wide pharmacist services committee, and updating our legislation and regulations to keep pace with developments in e-health. And in BC's overloaded primary care system, this approach makes sense. Controlling provincial drug spending is possible, and it doesn't have to come at the price of reduced quality or limited access to medicines. BC's pharmacists are committed to working collaboratively with physicians, the Ministry of Health, and other stakeholders to find evidence-based solutions. Join us, and let's face the future together.